Mr. Transformers 96 here with another video, and I'm going to talk about a new custom that I just finished from Transformers. This is the Last Knight / Age of Extinction Hound figure. I'm very excited to be able to do this one. This is a figure that I've been wanting to do a custom on for a while now, and finally was able to do it. So the reason I waited to do a custom like this was because I actually had this Hound figure right here, but without a head, and that is because of another custom that I did, which was Day Trader. I did that custom, and I used Hound's head for Day Trader. So I had a complete, Hound figure just without the head, and I had one in package, as you can see, but I kind of liked the way he looked in package. I didn't really want to take him out. I thought the artwork was really cool on the front and everything like that, so I didn't take him out of package, but I was able to find one on eBay. Somebody was selling it that had a few cosmetic issues, was missing accessories, missing the hat, things like that, and was selling it for super cheap. So for $7 I bought that figure, which now I can just kind of use as a permanently in vehicle mode Hound, and then I took the head off and was able to put it on this one and complete my Hound again. So that's why I kind of did the custom. And the Hound figure I think is a fantastic figure. I was a big fan of it when it originally came out. It's a great figure. However, the paint's a little lacking. It's not horrible by any means. If you have just the normal Hound, it's totally acceptable, the paint. It's nice. However, it's not as good as it could be, and I definitely recognize that, and I wanted to improve upon it. So here's just a look at the original one if you're forgetting the paint. So as you can see, it uses a very light green, and then it has some tan some tan paint really just in that chest section right there, and then it uses a dark gray to highlight some of the other sections. So overall, the coloring's pretty accurate. It wasn't detailed enough, in my opinion. So first of all, I wanted to change the green a bit. I didn't hate the light green, but I thought it was a little too light. So what I did was I took a darker green and painted a lot of sections of him, but still left some of those light green sections there to be able to have some contrast. So it wasn't just that he was one color. It gave some depth as far as having a couple shades of green on him, which I think actually looks really nice. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. As far as the green mixture, I think it looks pretty good. So yeah, so you can definitely see some of that green on the back there. But yeah, obviously the darker greens sections is the ones that I painted. And then I went in and to do detailing work I used a lot of silver. So I painted really everything silver that you see I painted. There's not a whole lot of silver on the original figure. Really, the face is the only thing that's silver. That's something that I didn't paint. I actually just painted the detail work on the face, but the face itself was silver. But everything else I painted silver. I gave the grenades little silver details as far as inside the little shells of the grenade. I painted silver on all the grenades, and then painted the green on top of it to add some more depth, because the grenades and the original one are just the plain green, and the whole thing's a plain green, so that definitely adds some depth. I painted each individual little bullet on his arm, which makes it pop really nicely, so I definitely like that, because I actually do like the darker silver or the darker gray that they use on this figure. I think it looks really nice, so I tried not to just cover it. I just tried to add to it to make smaller detail work on top of it pop, and therefore you get some more contrast with the silvers there. I think looks cool. I added some more silvers there. The one issue that I have with this figure, as far as just the sculpting is concerned, are the feet. I think the feet are really basic, and I'm considering eventually changing the feet. The feet on the original Hound figure are pretty decent, so if I can get another Hound figure like this, I might do something where I change out the feet, or just add these on top of it, something like that, just because I think that these are a lot more accurate. Here's obviously him compared to the original Hound, which figure-wise it's okay at best. Paint-wise it's horrible though. So yeah, so big difference there, as you can see. But yeah, so I added the silver detailing, all the little things that I could think of to add silver to make him pop. I added essentially, and then the little bags that he had on his kind of lower section, those were all just green. They were the same color as him, which didn't really work, so I repainted those all brown. And then I went in with gold and added a few few gold details, such as right here, some in his beard, and then I painted the missiles gold up here, and then I added a few little red details in his beard. So that's basically it as far as all the colors that I used. Then I decided, and I hemmed and hawed about this, I didn't know if I wanted to add a more weathered look to him, because, you know, that's something that you definitely have to think about when you're painting a Transformer. Do you want it weathered, or do you want it slick? Because you could really go both ways with, like, every Transformer. But with Hound, he's a little more rough and, you know, and grimy than compared to some of his other fellow Autobots, such as Crosshairs and Drift. They're very slick. They're very pristine, I would say. Same thing with even Optimus. So with Hound, I wanted to add the detail in, the weathering details. So I took some silver, and I like to get a really messed up brush and just really just go very fast. I work very fast when it comes to the detailing work, just because if it's fast, it has more of a natural look to it, I find, and that's the silver just is awesome. Because it adds a little sparkle within the little damaged pieces or the scraped pieces, which I think looks really cool. So hopefully you can see it, but I've done this with a lot of customs before. Any custom that I want to like add some scratches to, I use that kind of silver technique, which works really nicely. And then with the bag, I didn't want silver on the bags because it wouldn't make sense for the bags to be scratched, so I added black, and just and kind of dabbed them on to make it look like they're dirt. So, you know, you can do like really quick little strokes to add like the scrape effects, but dabbing to add like dirt. That's kind of what I did. So yeah, overall I think it looks really cool. The only thing that I might do to this figure to improve it, again, other than the feet eventually, is the weapon. I don't really like the weapons that this one comes with. I think that they don't, you know, he never really uses those weapons in the movie. However, the weapon that comes with the Age of Extinction Hound is the big Gatling gun. I'm considering repainting that one and giving it to this figure. I think that would look very cool. But at the moment I haven't done that yet. But yeah, overall, really enjoying this this new Hound repaint. I think that it looks very cool. So let's get you a comparison with him with some of the other Autobots from Age of Extinction. And here's Hound with the rest of the Autobots from Age of Extinction. Overall, I think that they make a quite a nice set. These are all customs. The Optimus Prime and Drift I did a few years ago, so if you want if you want a closer look on those two, I do have videos for them. And then as well as Crosshairs, I just finished him as well, so his video was just posted recently, so feel free to check that out. But overall, I think that these all look really nice together. I think that the paints do complement each other quite a bit, and you can definitely get a feel of some of their rough and kind of exteriors, as far as Hound having a more dirty appearance as to some of the other ones, which are definitely have a shinier appearance. It allows Hound to really stand out, and it represents his character a lot more. So overall, I think that they do look cool together. I do have a Bumblebee figure that I plan on customizing to add to this group. I'm just looking for the right shade of yellow to actually do him in. But yeah, so overall, I do plan to eventually finish this Age of Extinction Autobot group, but for now, there's Hound with him. Alright, so there's my custom Hound figure. Let me know what you guys think of my rendition of this character, and what I did to update him and update the figure in general. Overall, really nice figure to begin with, so just really only needed a new paint job, and really a lot of just detail work. It didn't like need a whole new color scheme or anything like that. It just needed a strong amount of detail work, and I think the result is actually really nice. I'm quite happy with this one. So let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks so much for watching.